Alrighty, welcome back. Another episode of Post-Fades Cheesesteaks. Joined by myself, Dakota, and of course, Timothy. How are we doing?
Doing well. Can't complain.
That's good. Good weather, even out a bit over there in London, or still?
Been rainy.
Yeah,
Been back to England a little bit, but it's
the
cooled down.
classic weather.
Can't complain. What about you? What's it
Uh,
like over there?
it's gotten a little, I won't say cooler because it's still hot, but it's not been like you step outside and your flesh is melting hot like this past week, so that's nice. Um, like what was it? Tuesday and Wednesday were kind of nice. Like there was some overcast, and then today was a little hot again, but it's the summer, so.
That's true.
But yeah, not
Training
too
camp
bad.
is back in full swing.
It is.
Football is pretty much here.
I like. I I was thinking about this the other day. I like the Eagle. Not to like get off topic too much because this episode is going to be about the top 10 offensive tackles heading into 2025, which we will have some Eagles players, I assume, on our list.
Of course.
But I was thinking about this the other day, and it's like I've been watching the Birds since, the Donovan McNabb era, like I don't know, probably since I was like 5 years old.
Hmm.
And I don't think there's been, I mean, the 2017 Super Bowl team, they were like a chippy bunch because, there were so many injuries and everyone kind of like, rallied and like they were the underdogs and that was the whole story. But I think like this team is like so like selfless and they just want to win and they don't care about like the accolades. They just like want to compete and want to like Jordan Mailata was like we don't like the term defending champs. Like it's a new season. We're trying to win again, or we're trying to win this year. Um, and even like Jalen Hurts is like the rings. I looked at it. I'm over it. Time to move on. He's always like that. But and
The
then
ring
like
is pretty crazy.
AJ Brown is like I think I'm the best. But I'm gonna put the team first and make sure I can do everything I can for the team. Like everyone just seems very like it seems more than just chatter. Like it feels like they've really bonded, and like Sirianni's done a good job of like coaching them, not the X's and O's, but coaching them is like how to win as a team, how to play like together. So it's nice when your team is, and like everything out there now is like Eagles are a top 10 defense. Eagles are a top 10 offense. Eagles are one of the, if not the best team in the league, they're one of the top teams in the league. So it's like nice that we've returned to this again. So hopefully it can stay for a little bit. But
Hey, it's always nice on top. The view is always
yeah,
the best from top. It feels good.
yeah.
Training camp feels good. Mini camp feels even better. Regular season feels good. It's just you got that big ring on your finger. Everything's good. You saw the ring, I'm assuming.
Oh, of course.
Now, to my knowledge, this is the
Mm.
first ring that I know that has ever had any, what would you call it, add-on or extra or mechanisms
Transformation.
attached to it. Is this the start of the trend?
Oh,
Like,
100. I don't, it depends on who wins again. Like, I think if the Eagles repeat, I don't think they're going to do wings again because they're not going to
I know,
do
what do you
it.
do at that point?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
They may have showed their hands when they defend it. It's also that ring is so big.
yeah, because
The
I
ring
saw,
size
did you see
has
like
just
the players who
exploded.
had the 2017 rings when they had them both
Yeah.
on? It's like almost double the size. It's
I know
crazy.
that wasn't that long ago. Like that was the best comparison because
You're
you've
not
seen like
you're not wearing that right now. Like that's going in like a
no.
trophy case. Too
Do you
big.
think they ever get to a point where we switch up from the ring and move on to like a watch or a chain or like
Nah.
it's getting ridiculous. It's almost
Yeah,
to the
I
point
I
like you
I know what
can't
you
even put it on a
mean.
finger.
I know what you mean, but I don't it's like a handed down thing. It's just tradition at this point.
But it's a one-up league. Everyone's trying to one-up themselves. Like, do you think
Yeah,
you could
yeah, but
fit
you
that whole
can't
ring on your finger?
yeah, but could you
That I don't know if your
imagine
finger can handle it.
don't worry about it. Can you imagine if like think about the watch idea in theory is cool, but if you're Tom Brady, you're gonna wear like seven watches on your arm and like no, like the rings, you have 10 fingers, so
That's
you
true.
know.
I mean, what else could you go with? I guess watch probably doesn't work. You could do a chain.
Yeah, but the chain that gets a little, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think the ring makes
You're running
sense.
out
It's
of.
just
I mean,
it
the ring's
definitely is big.
cool,
Yeah.
but they're insane.
It's
Like,
yeah.
eventually, they're not going to be able to fitting on like in hands anymore. Like, what point do we just cap out? Because
Yeah.
credit Lori and the team. They exceeded all expectations and benchmarks for a Super Bowl ring going forward.
Oh,
Everyone
oh.
else just pales in comparison.
Like in the 2017 ring was up there too because it just looked super clean and the like the midnight green color and the gemstone is like really nice. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen too many people arguing that when people are like, "Oh, this is the best like, Super Bowl ring ever." Like nobody's like combative. The only time some people think the Rams one from a couple years ago was better, but I it just has palm trees on it. Like I don't get
What
what's
against
so
the what do you call them? The Bengals?
yeah, I don't it looks good. I mean, but it's not like I'm not like, well, that's the best ring I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a couple. Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
I like the
That does look pretty
Patriots
cool.
one where they have the six like diamonds or whatever. That one's kind of cool.
The Seahawks, I always thought was good. The
Seahawks is
one
nice, yeah.
with the diamond in the eye,
Hmm.
like
I know,
that one always looked
I
pretty
know what you're
clean, I
talking
thought.
about.
But I mean, yeah, I'm just looking at a couple of them right now. Like the size jump is just insane. You are
Oh,
right about that.
oh,
When they showed the 2017 to the now, I was like, that is insane. Like you thought, the watch or I'm sorry, the rings from like 20, 30 years ago look nothing. But then like that wasn't that long ago. It's like 10 years ago.
yeah. Even if you look at the old rings from like the pre-2000s, like they're much smaller and they're more
Oh
like
yeah.
square. Like all the rings now are like rounded and um
Yeah, I
uh
mean the Chiefs obviously were the big one to compare. Even theirs kind of looks, to be fair, they're the one from 3 to 2, surprisingly, since it was back to back, looks ginormous. Like it does look noticeably bigger.
I'm looking
I
at
think part of that is depending on how many Super Bowls you have, because they always got to throw the titles in there or the extra trophies in there.
I'm looking at the Chiefs. What year was this? Overtime. Oh, okay. The one they beat San Francisco in. Um, it opens up. So
Oh,
you open it and there's like a stadium. Hold
oh,
on.
I remember that now. So is that the first like mechanism optional? I don't know what you would call that
I
extra
get.
feature, the Easter egg in the ring, because that might be the new trend. Maybe it just stays with rings, but they add little Easter egg elements to it.
I don't know. Yeah, it opens. It has a hinge and it opens up, and then on the inside it has the game winning play, and then on the top of the ring, it's like it's just a background with the three Super Bowl trophies. It's like
Pretty cool.
okay. I mean it's cool, but yeah, nothing
You know what's
like
going
the
to be
wings
coming?
popping out.
They're going to have giant rings, and then you click a button and it opens up to a more manageable ring to wear. That's what it'll be. It won't
It
become a watch.
shrinks.
It'll become a ring holder. So the ring holder will then hold a ring.
How many? Wait,
That's where it's going.
how many rings does Mahomes have? Three.
Three. Yeah.
But the Chiefs have four total as a organization.
Yeah. I
Okay.
want to say probably one ages ago.
Oh wait, when? Oh, because they beat San Francisco 2 years ago, right?
They beat them, yeah, the year before we beat them.
Okay, that feels like so long ago. I don't know why.
I mean, we did win a Super Bowl since then, so
This is true, but
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, the Super Bowl ring is really cool. Tons of detail. Um, and did you see on the wings when they pop out? It says the "You can't be greater than the greatness of others" quote.
I did, yeah.
Yeah,
Very
so I'm
cool.
saying, man, their camaraderie.
I mean, it'd be good to see. Jeffrey has really set the bar high when they win again this year.
Yeah, whoever the jeweler guy, his name was all over the pictures and everything, but
I mean,
he's
credit
he's
to
done
him.
quite a
I would
few.
too.
He's
Yeah.
done quite a few of the rings.
Can't be a bad deal.
Nah, but yeah, that's cool. I like all the like Easter eggs, all the hidden stuff. But um, hopefully we add a third ring to the because if we now we're getting really off topic, but I was thinking about this because I saw a graphic of how the NFC East has like by far the most amount of Super Bowls.
Hmm.
And if the Eagles get their third ring, in the near future, they jump from like when we had one, we were like, towards the bottom of teams. But not many teams have more than two or three. Like once you get
Yeah.
to three, there's like you're in like the top five or top like six of like teams that have more than like two rings. So
I mean, the NFC East is the only division with all
every
Super Bowl
winner,
winners.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, Washington has three. The Giants have four, four or five.
3 or 4, I
Dallas
would say. I don't
Dallas has
think
what,
there's no way
six,
it's more than 4. Cowboys have
five or
5.
six. Yeah, but hmm. um,
Give us a few more years, we'll be there on top.
yeah. I mean this team will be together for at least, you know, I mean Jalen's going into his sixth season this year, so Saquon's probably got like three, four more really good years, I would think, if he stays healthy. And I mean, we'll have, Lane Johnson, who will probably be on our list here.
Hmm.
He probably has if he stays healthy this year, maybe another year, but he's going to be, I think he's 33 or
I think
35. No, I think he's
he goes as
35.
long as he wants to.
Yeah, we'll see. But on that note, this is our top 10 offensive tackles episode. Just me and Tim, no guests this time around, but um, we're gonna break it down and see who's the cream of the crop. We might have two Eagles, might have one Eagle, maybe we'll have a first time Eagle at number one. Who knows? But
Wow, look at you
who
teasing.
knows? Who knows? Anyways, so let's get into it then. Um, as you know, I like to give out my participation trophies.
Have your floor. How
Uh,
many do we have today?
I got three.
3, of course, always
Yeah.
pushing elbow. Well, I went with the government mandated 2, so
Okay.
you go ahead with your 3.
All right. Not too much details, but I'll just go over them quickly. One guy I really tried to get into number 10, but ended up picking somebody who has had a better season recently. Garrett Bowles, the Denver offensive tackle.
Mm.
Um, Too many penalties for my liking. I think he had like 12, it was either 12 or 16. Um, and then his I forget if it's his run blocking or his pass blocking. One of them was not great. Um, so I kind of pushed him back. I think he was in my top 10 last year, but scooted him out a little bit, but he's right on the cusp. Um, a tough name to not have in your top 10 because I think he's always been in our top 10 for these. Ronnie Stanley. He just,
Hmm.
I don't, he's just, the age is really getting to him. It's very like apparent that he's not like a liability, but I don't think he's the like top five tackle that used to be.
Yeah,
Um, so that was a tough cut. And then one of the younger guy, a rookie actually, surprising that uh, one of his teammates is going to be on my list, but the Chargers are slowly getting like a little better on the offensive line here.
Jim
Um,
Harbaugh, brother. That's what he likes.
Yeah, so I mean, it's pretty evident teams that have won Super Bowls lately that they've had strong strong lines on the defensive and offensive side. But so Joe Alt, I have here. He was a rookie last year, so I was
Yes, he was.
pumping the brake a little bit. But I mean, I saw his the second half of his he struggled a little bit, some rookie learning curves, but then the second half of the season he was like one of the best, if not the best, tackles in the game.
Hmm.
Second best pass blocking grade by PFF in his last 8 games, which is pretty damn good, especially for a rookie. And so just missed the list. He'd probably be like 11 or 12, but had to give Ronnie a shout out as well. And then Garrett Bowles, like I said, I think he just didn't have as strong a year as the rest of my 10 guys, but he's definitely the Broncos have quietly a very good offensive line too.
Hmm.
And he's a good, pillar of them. So those
Fair
are
enough.
my honorable mentions.
I could dig it. I'm gonna piggyback off you on some of these. So
Okay.
first one I've got, I went with the big boy as well. He
Well, they're
will
all big
be
boys.
He is actually exactly 1.55 of Dakota, so just over a half of, well, just over one and a half Dakotas.
Okay.
Uh, we got Joe Alt,
Mm.
big dude,
1.5
6'8",
Dakotas.
yeah, like 6'8", 322.
Phew.
It's just a hair over one and a half Dakotas.
Damn.
It puts you in metric of how big he is.
Interesting.
He's he's a guy that like this year, I mean, the run game, even with guys like Dobbins had a really good year, Gus Edwards had a very
Yeah, they
good year.
had like backup running backs doing really well. Like,
I wouldn't say, you got two guys coming off bad injuries
hmm
and, not superstar running backs in
Yeah,
their career. They come into a situation like that, you got to give the offensive line a lot of love. And Joe Alt will be on this list next year.
I think so. Yeah.
Top five is a tough position to crack into, but he's definitely going to be in the conversation. I'm saying that. Guy
Okay.
that I used to have in the top five, who was our unanimous top one, I think when we first started this,
Hmm.
but did make my list last year because of injury concerns. But he came out, played all of his every game, looked pretty good. The Ravens offense, he went back to the rushing ways.
Yeah.
So we went with Ronnie Stanley here,
Yeah. Okay.
Pro Bowler last year, all healthy every game. Give me another year
Yeah.
like this, and I'll
He'll
put
come
him
back.
right back
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, he showed a little bit more of himself.
That's what I'm
Even
saying. This
last
past
year,
year, he was better, but I don't know if that was like, if that's a consistent thing we're going to see from him again, but hard
I
to
give the
evaluate.
guy's gotten better each year. So he had the bad injury years where he missed. I think he only played 7 games in 2 years. Then
Hmm
he played 11, 13. Then he managed to do all 17 this year. So he's up in his, he's clearly getting better. Back with the Ravens again. So yeah, he's just missed my list. So Joe Alt and Ronnie Stanley,
Did he
two guys
leave
on
the Ravens?
different aspects. No,
Wasn't
he's still there.
Who did
He
they trade?
restructured his he restructured his contract.
Didn't they trade somebody like one of their best linemen a while ago? Like last year?
Um, I mean, you got me there.
Am I tripping? I thought
You might be.
Orlando Brown Jr. Last two two years ago. Oh no, 2021. Damn, that was a while ago. Okay,
Yeah, I don't know
never
what
mind.
planet you live in. Let's say I think pretty sure he plays for the Chiefs. Fun
Yeah.
fact: I looked up Orlando Brown when we were doing this.
Oh,
American actor and rapper Orlando Brown from That's So Ravens, and he apparently I think he's in jail.
well, yeah, completely different Orlando Brown, but
Yeah, you same idea, but I see why Orlando Brown goes with the
have you
junior in his name.
have you seen his? He's like always like it seems like he's always on something in all of the videos I've seen. He just is very like the energy is like almost too much. Says a lot of out of pocket things. Uh, but yeah, he's definitely not the chiller brother from That Sir Raven anymore. Or was he a friend? I don't remember.
He's a friend.
I think it was maybe it was a
He
friend.
was friend zoned.
He was friends by by Raven. Uh,
I
all
mean,
right,
it felt only right. I'm going to take the throne from you because that's what I do.
classic.
Um, Ronnie Stanley, I touched on. He was my number 11, who was a guy that was top five and fell down our list quite a bit. I got another guy that was top five at one point who's also fallen down my list due to injury. Going with Andrew Thomas here from the Giants.
I thought about Andrew Thomas as well. He didn't crack the honorable mentions or the list. So
Wow, really? You are really down on him.
yeah,
I
I
just
mean, he plays for the Giants. The Giants
that is
line's a
true.
mess.
I'm more, but he's only 26 years old.
No, yeah, he can get better for sure, but
He's been battling injuries. He barely played last year, which of course I'm going to hold, he was banged up the year before, barely played last year, but
uh,
if he comes back and he's healthy, the guy's still young enough. This isn't like Ronnie Stanley who's like older and trying to bounce back from injury. He's still really good.
mhm.
Um, I don't know what that Giants offense looks like, but I still think you could also make the argument that he's still getting better. Like, he's a young guy who I know when he came in the league, he struggled
Oh,
a
he was
lot in
a
the beginning.
bust when he came into the league
Yeah, it
because he
felt
was a
like
first
you
round pick,
look.
I think.
Yeah, he was like 10 overall.
Yeah.
To be fair, every player the Giants have drafted in the last 10 years have been like top 10. So,
Hmm.
but he was like the first 2 years he was a bust. Then like the next year and a half he was really good, and then he got hurt, and now we're out there. Like it's easy to say he's getting better. Like he started the ascension was happening, and then the guy got hurt because it took him a
Yeah.
little while to get going. So I'm taking this off upside. I think when I seen him play when he was healthy, he looked elite. So I mean, he can get healthy, and God only knows what the Giants will be on offense, but at least you got a good offense tackle.
Yeah. Okay. So that was your two. I'll let you crack it open then with the who's your number 10 offensive
Open up your
tackle.
ears, buddy. This is my number 10,
Wait, who is your number 10?
Andrew Thomas.
Oh,
I feel like we're in a relationship where I just get ignored and you don't pay attention.
okay. So you're
You got to
10. You did say
remember,
you were going to steal the throne, but then I was confused and then okay.
you just never listen to me.
No, not
It's a
really.
shame. We
No.
never listen.
1 year on, 1 year off, you know.
You literally both ears are covered and you still don't listen. Unbelievable.
All right. So you're number 10, Andrew Thomas. Fair enough. This was this guy, I'm not gonna lie. Before this past season, I wasn't familiar with him. He might have the funniest name on my list. Um, kind of reminds me of someone we went to high school with. But third, played 3 years in the NFL now. Weighing in at 6'4", 304 pounds, and he ran just under a 4-yard dash time at 4.94. So I have
Wow.
Zach Tom, right
Zach
tackle for
Tom.
the Packers. Yeah.
Hey, never trust a man with two first names.
That's that's what I was like, his name is Zach Tom. Like that's so
It seems
interesting.
so misleading. Like, you're missing something there. Like Thompson. He did
Yeah,
get a lot of money though.
he
Shout
did.
out Zach Tom.
Shout out Zach Tom. But yeah, I mean, he handled every level of edge rusher competition really well as far as if they were a Pro Bowler versus like just a mediocre starter. Like he handled them all really well. His overall ratings were pretty good on PFF. I mean, they had his total grade was fourth out of 140 tackles.
Not bad.
Um, yeah, not bad at all. Pass blocking was 12th, which he's more of a run blocker because he graded out as a 90, which finished for third best among all offensive tackles. So,
Definitely not bad.
and played just over 1,000 snaps at 1,068. So durable, really good young player, only 26, and yeah, hopefully helps keep you Jordan Love healthy. But definitely a big. I think it's almost mandatory that you have a close. I won't say elite, but like top tier tackle at one of your sides to make a good playoff run and to keep your star quarterback upright. So good player. Hopefully he keeps getting better, or at least maintains his t being top five in overall grade for your position. Pretty damn good.
Not bad.
So
Definitely not. Hey, that's why you get a lot of money.
yeah, but that's my number 10.
My number 9 is going to sound very familiar because he is also a 26-year-old first
Okay.
round draft pick from the NFC who suffered a significant injury this past year.
Mm,
And the guy, he's young, he's really good, played really well. He graded out very positively on PFF in both run and pass, pretty much your full package. But you can't ignore the injury problem. So I'm going with Christian Darrisaw here from
okay.
Minnesota. He'll be okay, but he did. I think it was ACL, MCL, LCL, PCL, QCL, ZCL, like
One of the
all the
cells.
CLs. Whenever you hear a CL, you know you're in trouble. So most of them were ripped off in his leg, but he's 26. We're confident it'll come back. Um, but yeah, I mean, his grade over the last 3 seasons, right there with the elites that'll be on our top five. Trent Williams, Mailata, Penei Sewell, I think are the only three people in the last 3 years that were higher on PFF's list. Again, if he can put it together and stay healthy, he'll be a top five. But I it's hard for me to put a guy that just tore all of his CLs up higher than number 9. You need your CLs intact to get in the top five. It's kind of like a general rule of thumb.
Okay. I do have him on my list, but not that deep back. So he's coming up eventually, but
Fair enough.
I saw that he was cleared and he was in the starting lineup on day one of training camp. So to me, that's healthy. So I wasn't
Fair
gonna
enough.
really hold that against him too much, but
Very reasonable. I just hear CL and I'm not a doctor. I just know CL's bad.
ACL, PCL, MCL, BBL, all
All
of
of
them.
them.
All right. So my number 9. Uh, I was kind of. It's kind of weird to see like that he. I don't want to say fell into their hands, but Um, we went from being a laughing stock of a draft, wearing a
Mm-hmm.
smoke mask,
Hmm.
to getting drafted by the Texans and getting paid a lot of money. Or no, he drafted by the Dolphins. Then got traded to the Texans for a boatload of picks.
Yep.
Um, and then he is now playing for the Washington Commanders. So new year, new team for him. But I mean, he's been in this league for a bit now and he's been pretty dominant. I think he's been in our top 10 list for a while here. 6'5", 315 pounds, really smooth in all his transitions, his hand movement. Um, Only allowed 3 sacks in 700 plus snaps last year.
Okay.
So pretty pretty good. And I think in all of the, ESPN and PFF, they all had him in that top 10 range, but they were all a little varying as far as like where they placed him. But one of the best pass blocking tackles in the league.
Oh, very
So
true. Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see how that works with um, Jane Daniels. But to be fair to Larry Tunsil, he's kind of always had a mobile quarterback, I feel like.
True.
Um, so, it was Stroud or I think he was with Deshaun Watson before all he got traded to Cleveland.
No, definitely. Yeah.
So yeah, he's used to worrying about a quarterback running around behind him. But yeah, he finished fourth best in pass blocking grade on PFF. 23rd in run, or excuse me, 26th in run blocking. Not great, but
Pick
um,
and choose your battles.
yeah, yeah. That's why you get some good guards to help open up the interior there and help with the run game. But yeah, he's 30 now, so still got some life left in the tank as long as he stays healthy, which I think that's the repeat of every list we ever do is like if they stay healthy. But yeah, Laramie Tunsil now on one of our rivals here, but been a great tackle since he got into the league. So he's my number 9.
Very fair. So I'm gonna go to my number 8. This is a guy I've always liked him. He's like he doesn't jump off the page for you like athletically, but I feel like he's just always done the job really well.
Okay.
Plus, I just don't think he gets enough love because you'd think of franchise top tier quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts. You can name every single one of his linemen. They're all Pro Bowlers. Jared Goff plays behind a very special offensive line. We're going to touch on Sewell later. Mahomes, I mean, Mahomes' career has been they don't win because he doesn't have an offensive line, or they're just dominant because they have those three in the middle. They had Orlando Brown, some other good tackles in there for a while. Lamar Jackson obviously has Linderbaum, center, who we've touched on in our interior lineman episode with Ronnie Stanley. When it comes to like elite quarterbacks, they always have a little bit of line help. But Deion Dawkins with the Bills just gets no love.
Oh,
No,
okay.
all the attention that Josh Allen gets isn't for an offense and the player he is. Deion Dawkins can get no love. The guy went to 4 Pro Bowls. The last 4 years has been in Pro Bowl for the last 4 years.
Oh,
You
I'm with
probably had
you.
no idea about that.
Well, actually, he's my number 8.
Oh,
So
look at that. Okay, all right, good, good.
yeah, I did not think he was gonna make your list. I was like, he's
Oh,
gonna
come
rip
on
me in
now.
half for this guy.
No,
He's a
he
Temple
is a
out.
Temple guy.
Go
No,
Temple,
he's
go
I
Owls.
like watching him. He's a guy that he's big and like I feel like he's fit. Like he's very physical.
Oh yeah,
He doesn't strike me as like a finesse guy. He just strikes me as like he's gonna probably punch you in the face and you're
yeah,
gonna have to deal with it.
yeah.
Kind of reminds me of a Jason Peters.
Hey, that is a
Like
really, I think that's a pretty good comparison. Yeah,
I think he's not very flashy, but you see him constantly
but
out
he's
there when the
consistent.
Bills. Yeah, I mean, she's how many besides this past year, the Bills used to throw the ball every play.
Hmm.
He was. I'll give you one of those. What when it comes to offensive line, I feel like some of these stats are made up, but
A little
when it
bit.
comes to pressure rate, he had a 7.4% pressure rate, which was third best amongst left tackles since 2022. Now, again, I feel like these offensive line stats are kind of, he said, she said kind of things. But
Yeah, it's more the eye test a lot of the
you
time.
watch you watch the film, and it's odd to me when elite quarterbacks don't get a single lineman mentioned.
Mm.
And Deion Dawkins is the most accolades on that line, but he really doesn't get any credit for how good he actually is.
Yeah.
But premier off left tackle.
No, I agree. And I mean, some of his this is where like Pro Football Focus is like I don't always agree with their ratings because they have him as a 81.2 pass blocking grade, which is still like anything in the 75 and up is pretty good. But that puts him at 16th. And then they have his run blocking is 44th overall out of 68. But um, no, I agree with you. I think, he only allowed 3 sacks this year. He does get penalized a little bit. He had 13 penalties, but I think he's been Josh Allen's rock since they've been playing
Yeah, oh,
together.
without doubt.
And there's a lot of there comes a lot of trust in when you have a consistent tackle. Like I was saying earlier, like you need for an elite quarterback, you need to have a top tier tackle at a hopefully their blind spot, but one of their sides.
Yeah.
Um, so I think he's been great for them. I'm happy to see because I know I think he was a first round pick. Um, and him being, or maybe it was a second round pick, but him coming from Temple, that was like such a cool thing because how we've had a couple Temple guys that have done well, but um,
No, of course.
to be consistently good, I mean Hassan Reddick was a Temple guy, but
Yeah,
yeah, Dawkins is a cool last name too, of course, but
of
I think
course.
that's one of the eye test things for sure, where you're um, like how many running backs have gone through and they've been able to find success similar to what we're talking about with
Yeah.
Joel. Like, I mean, I think he's been really good. And like you said, 4 straight Pro Bowls. So I don't have too much to add on to what you said because it was fairly similar points I had. But I agree. Underrated for sure. It doesn't get enough love for letting Josh Allen run around like a maniac sometimes and dive
That
at
is
the
true.
like
I
goal
mean,
line.
even
But
they yeah, I mean they definitely I mean they changed up the offense a little bit too.
mm,
Uh
yeah, they're
um
very run heavy now.
exactly. But yeah, no, I think we touched on a lot of the same things there. So I'm glad we're in agreement. Makes me happy every once in a while when we agree.
I do like the fights though, so not too much
Yeah,
agreements.
that is true. Yeah. My next guy is one you've already touched on, so I won't go too far into it. The
Okay.
number that I'm surprised you didn't actually hit on. You got to you stop living in the past. You can't get past the gas mask. You're stuck there.
It's just funny to bring up. It was such a weird moment.
I mean, yeah, like with the Texans, his 6 season total, like, he's such a good pass blocker. I think
Oh
he had
yeah.
92 PFF grade, which is like the best pass blocking. You know, he's not the greatest run blocker, but you
No.
know what really holds him back from being a top five guy on my list again is the 19 penalties he had last year.
Yeah, he always gets penalized though.
19?
It's not
Like,
good.
is CJ Stroud speaking a different language? The guy had 12 false starts.
The fault, see, like holding is one thing, but to have 12 false starts is that's insane.
If you look at like
Just not
his
paying attention.
penalties, if you look at his penalties, you think, oh, this guy stinks. But like 19, 12 of them were false starts, which, all right, I don't think you need to check your ears, or maybe CJ Stroud needs to learn the language you're speaking. 3 illegal formations. Again, that's probably just general laziness, or maybe again, CJ Stroud speaking a different language in the huddle. 2 holdings, fair. That's probably, you get beat. We judge that negatively.
Yeah.
One ineligible man downfield. Rarely, I think, are those on offense
He's just not
linemen.
paying attention.
I mean, you could nitpick on that. That could be just the quarterback's holding it for too long. You thought the
Uh,
play would be over. And then one unnecessary roughness, which, generally will be on him.
classic.
But the guy just, oh my God. Like, I mean, yeah, 2 holdings is pretty, that's not bad, but 19 penalties in general. He's
Mm,
elite at pass blocking. He's okay run blocking, but man, when it comes to penalties, this guy's rough. But
yeah,
still a great get for Washington. It's a move that makes a lot of sense.
it does.
Got a real stud franchise guy on a rookie contract. Go get your guys, go protect your guy. And he was a good move for them.
Yeah. All right. So my number 7, a guy you did touch on pretty recently, citing some injury concerns with his ACL, MCL, BBL, UCL, TCL. But I think he's going to be fine. All the reports that I've read is that he's healthy and he's starting at tackle in training camp and he's playing
At
fine.
least he's
And
got Dr. Dakota's blessing.
yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, I cleared him. My signature and everything.
Yeah.
But it was a significant knee injury, which is always scary for the big guys like that.
Hmm.
I mean, how many offensive linemen do we see where like those giant braces that like they're like industrial fucking knee braces?
Very true.
But yeah, I mean, he's still a beast, 6'5". 315 pounds. Um, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but he ran a 4.89 40 time.
Wow.
Um, I think he's very athletic. He's able to, especially on like pulling and stuff or getting down the field for run blocking. Super quick. He is sixth best run blocking according to PFF, 82.3 overall. His pass blocking is still very respectable at an 80% from PFF, which is good for 20th
Not bad.
of all tackles. But we like a well-rounded offensive lineman, of course.
Of course.
But yeah, I just think he's been super consistent for them. He's only 26. It's what his fourth or fifth season.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, two sacks allowed last year. Only five penalties. Far cry from our buddy Laramie Tunsil,
That's true. 5 is less than
and
19.
only one hit allowed on the quarterback. I think that's a pretty big, especially when they don't have you know elite play at quarterback. I mean, they had Kirk Cousins, push for top 15, top 10 quarterback at times. He had his games for sure. Sam Darnold had a really nice year, was kept upright except for the playoffs. And then now they got a rookie coming off an injury. So you want a tackle that's going to keep your quarterback healthy as best as possible. So
Health
um,
is important to winning games. I'll give you that.
yeah, I will know, I did mention, sacks allowed and hits allowed. I mean, he only played almost 400 snaps because of the injury. Just, around half or maybe like 40% of what most of our tackles on this list have played. But the consistency's been there. He's always been one of the best run blocking tackles in the league since he's gotten in here. Um, so I think as long as he stays, as long as that knee's good, and if he's practicing already at training camp, he should be good. So he is my number seven, and I think if he was healthy from the previous year and played all the games, he probably would be close to top five in both of our lists. But um, number seven for me. So,
Fair enough. So I'm going with my number 6 is another member of the 2021 first round draft pick,
hmm,
joining Kristen Darrisol, who you were just rambling on.
I was
And
rambling.
then, of course, I've got one more coming on my list. So we'll make 3 from that one first round. Pretty crazy.
Hmm,
But we're also getting our first set of teammates on the list, and 2 young teammates at that. I'm going to go with Rashawn Slater here
okay.
in the Chargers. He, guys, always he's been very good in his career. Another one of those like starting to blossom. Like this, like I said, this is 2 of 3 offensive tackles I have from the same draft class that
Hmm.
are really starting to settle into on their own. Most of my top 10 is from the 21 and 20 draft class. Um,
Interesting.
so it's definitely a position that is blossoming at the same time. Slater's been pretty much excellent his whole year. He's been, I think, just the steady force that keeps Justin Herbert alive when when they want to throw the ball 700 times a game.
Hmm.
And, he does get banged up, don't get me wrong, but Slater is generally not the main culprit there. But when Harbaugh came in, they drafted Alt. Slater and Alt are going to be, they're going to compete with anyone else for best tandem offensive tackle duo
Hmm.
going forward. But he improved from PFF, improved quite a bit in the last couple of weeks of the season, which, makes you think as he settles into a new system with Greg Roman and Harbaugh, could be a problem. I mean, the dude's a big dude. Alt obviously is just over 1.5 Dakotas. So they're pretty big and they're pretty powerful. They're gonna run the ball pretty well going forward. So I got Rashawn Slater here at number 6.
Okay. I have him coming up very soon. Actually, I'll just say I have him at number five.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
Um,
give me a
yeah,
6 of 5 double duo.
I mean, not too much else to add. I think like kind of what you said. I think he moves very smoothly. I think it's just he's very flawless technique. Um, Fun fact, he ran a 4.88 40-yard dash time.
No, there you
So
go.
you'll see a trend that I've picked up on is that a lot of almost all of my tackles here in the top 10 ran sub 5 40 times.
Could you run a sub 5 40 time?
Uh Debatable.
Yeah.
Um we'll see. I mean, I have another player coming up a little soon, like, after 5 that much bigger, ran in the fives, but
Hmm.
um, yeah, I mean, some players are pretty for their size and height is pretty damn impressive. But um, yeah, like I said, about Joe Alt, like kind of surprising Chargers are slowly building up that line, but like you said, that's kind of Harbaugh's, method of winning. Um, and Rashawn Slater's been nice for the Chargers, consistent. Um, I think a lot of analysts had him top like three in some time. Like PFF had him at number three in their rankings, but uh, great pass blocker. He
Yeah.
graded out third overall, and then run blocking was fifth overall. But yeah, like you said, another 26-year-old. It's kind of wild. I guess they're getting that's like their
Said
prime.
it's a blossoming
Yeah,
position.
but it's 3 sacks allowed, 7 QB hits allowed. Not don't love that, but
Yeah.
um, only 6 penalties. So as long as we're in that like six to, it's gonna happen. They're gonna get called for some bullshit. Holding is happening on every play. It's just a matter of which ones the refs are actually gonna call. But um, yeah, not too much else to add. Great player, consistent, good for again, elite quarterback needs an elite tackle. So,
It's
but
true. I agree.
so I skipped my six, and I think he might be a little controversial. Um, but he had an ankle injury last year, and he's 37 entering the season.
Mm.
Uh, he has been he'll probably go down as one of the best offensive tackles to ever play, I would think, at least in like the
First ballot
top.
Hall of Famer?
I would think so.
I think so too.
Um, but he plays for the 49ers, 6'5", 320. His 40 time was 4.88. Pretty good.
Pretty
Pretty
good.
good.
Pretty good.
11-time Pro Bowler. Um, Surprisingly, only a 3-time All-Pro. That seems wrong to me. Should be
Yeah,
more.
it's the way, I mean, like, geez, PFF, the reporters, they all drool over the guy. He
Yeah.
gets so much love.
Yeah. But I mean, for the good reasons, I think he's been like, one of the best. Um, Overall, his PFF grade puts him at six, so right in line with my ranking. Um, Run blocking, eighth best out of 140 tackles. Pass blocking, ninth best. So super, super well-rounded tackle. But like I said, he only played 700 or 650 snaps. That ankle injury, I think it was later in the season he got hurt. And that kind of like took him in and out of games. But only allowed 1 sack, only allowed 3 QB hits, and Purdy's not exactly a mobile guy, so
Yeah, he
I think
moves
that's
enough.
a pretty good 5 penalties. Again, around that 3 to 6 range is a good amount. But I mean, what else is there to? His accolades are endless. A 3-time All Pro, like I said. Um, he's won a bunch of like PFF has rewards that they've given him, like best offensive player and all that. But yeah, just an overall beast. I had a hard time ranking him because I know in the past we've had him top three,
Yeah.
and it won many years. But the age and the injury just concerned me a little bit, so dropped him back to six overall on my list. But that's
No,
just my
very
opinion.
fair. I have him right here at 5.
Look at that, we got a little flip flop.
Yeah, so we just flopped it around a little bit.
Fair enough.
He, I agree with you. My biggest thing really came between him and 5 and 4 for him.
Mm,
I was hitting at splitting hairs between the two because one, I mean,
yeah,
the guy's so good. Do I believe if he was 100% healthy, he could go out there and be the best tackle in the football? Yeah, but at 37, I'm not going to be betting on ankle injuries going well for you.
right.
Um, so that's why I bumped him down a little bit. Obviously, when these injuries pop up at this age, they generally linger a little bit more. But I will touch on one note. The thing with Trent Williams, as you know, his career winds down, and you mentioned the All Pros and the Pro Bowls, you can't help but to think, did you know all of his All Pros were with the Niners? The most Daniel Snyder
Really?
Redskins thing ever will be the fact that he had the superstar Trent Williams. Something goes wrong with cancer. He sits out the whole year. They trade him, and he then becomes the best offensive lineman in football at 30 years old. I think he's older than that.
That's so
Like
crazy to me.
that is the quintessential Redskins move. Is piss off the guy so much he sits out the whole year in the peak of his prime. It gets better after you trade him to another team.
I forgot that that happened. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of he's gotten so good after he left them that it's almost like skipped over as a blur. But they're always good for a good laugh. I'm gonna roll right into my number four because that's what I do, and
Yeah.
this is the guy I had splitting hairs with them,
Okay.
and I was splitting hairs between them because they're like, in a way, they mirror each other. They're opposites in a way
Hmm.
because one is clearly on the decline, as I touched on.
Hmm.
These Trent Williams
I
is
wouldn't say
just
clearly
he's
on the
going down.
decline, but he's progressing to it.
I mean, the injuries will say is
Yeah,
not helping
he
him.
hasn't had good health lately, for sure.
And at his position, it's not general. At his age, it's generally not what
I
you
mean,
want to
Jason
see.
Peters played till he was like 75.
He played. That doesn't mean he was playing well.
Yeah, that's true.
So I got another big dude coming in at just over one and a third, or 1 3/4 of Dakota.
Oh wow.
We're going with a guy we're familiar with. He's
Hmm.
someone that is actually getting better, and I think his biggest draw is he's not technically sound, which you would expect from someone that's still learning the position.
Hmm.
But you could easily say he's getting better, and this, we haven't seen his ceiling. So I'm going with our boy Jordan Mailata here.
Wow, look at that. Our second match, I have Jordan Mailata at four as well.
Were you surprised
He
to see how
moved the
much?
most on my list.
Were you surprised to see how much PFF love he was getting? Like they had him as
Um,
number one ranked
they
overall.
yeah, I did not expect him to be number one on theirs. Love to see it. But yeah, they had him in number one run blocking with a 94.9, which I don't know if I've ever seen a 94 on PFF. And then a 91.7 pass block, which is second best. So he was number one and number two at the
I
most.
mean, don't get me wrong, the guy played was
I don't,
incredible this
yeah,
year.
I think he is amazing. Um, but yeah, I couldn't, even as a homer, I was like, I don't know. Like you said, he played rugby and he's been playing the position now for, I mean, it's been quite a few years. Um, but I think one thing that we we talked about initially when he came into the league, but like I don't know if it's hit on enough that he's 6'8", like 365
He's
pounds. There's not
he's 1 3/4 Dakotas.
I
Like
don't think
he's
there's a lot of
literally he's nearly
linemen.
two. Literally nearly two of you.
I
Like
think
those commercials or those cartoons where they have two small people in a trench coat. That's like if you put two Dakotas on top of each other and put a trench coat on, you would think it's Jordan Mailata.
I don't know how many linemen have been over 6'8". Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, buddy, pay
Um,
attention. Joel is 6'8".
okay, who else?
Jordan Mailata. There's two right there. We just talked about them in the last 30 minutes.
Again, it's crazy. I'm actually just looking up because I was curious. We've had some 6'10" players in the NFL, looks like. But
Of course.
oh, Alejandro Villanueva. He used to play for the Eagles, I think. Yeah.
Army Ranger.
And then he played now he's with the Steelers. I don't know if he's still in the league. He was
What was he,
6'9".
6'10"?
6'9".
6'9". I thought
Jonathan
the
Ogden was 6'9" with the Ravens. Remember that name?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Hall of Famer.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, 6'8", demon, former rugby. It's so I mean, when you come from a rugby background, of course you're going to be crazy athletic.
Jeez,
Um,
could you imagine? Not to get off. Villanueva was, what, I think he was an Army Ranger and he's 6'9". Like,
yeah,
Jesus, could you imagine giving him a machine gun? Like, this is why we've never
he
lost a
probably can hold
war.
two in like one on
Oh my God,
150
yeah.
cal, another 50 cal.
He just crush your skull with his hands.
You know what's crazy though? Now that I'm looking at this, I mean, I know Jordan and Lane Johnson both were, I think this year's second team All Pros. Um, but technically, Mailata doesn't have any Pro Bowls or any All Pros.
No, he was second team All Pro.
Correct, but they don't count it if
Oh,
it's not like as valuable. Um, but yeah, he's just been great. He's the slowest on my 40 time. He ran a 5:12.
oh, what a snail.
Yeah, for mind you, for how freaking big he is.
He is a big dude.
So that's probably the fastest a guy at his size has run. Uh, he ran at 346 pounds when he did his 40-yard dash. So, but yeah, what I mean, not much more to say about him. The dude's a brute. Um, I love all the videos of him, just leaving the line to go help run block for like Saquon, and he's just tossing people like they're,
Oh
when
yeah,
you're like the bigger kid and you're playing with like the little cousins and you're like, doing football and you just stiff arming them with your pinky because they're so small. That's Jordan Mailata. Like he just bully balls everyone because he's
just a
so big.
terrifying sight to see him coming down
You imagine being
at
a
you. Like,
corner, like you're like your job is to secure the edge, not let the running back get upfield, and you just see like Jordan Mailata just coming at
dude,
you.
tackling
I'd
Saquon
be like,
Barkley would be tough enough.
no
And you
thanks,
got
I'm good.
6'8" Jordan Mailata. I mean, JC Kelsey is I credit with that. I don't remember seeing any offensive lineman ever do it as well or as often as him, like sprinting down the field in front
Oh
of the
yeah.
running back. Now you see it a little bit more, like with Mailata. But dude, JC Kelsey's one thing. Seeing Jordan Mailata coming at me, man, you could have my watch, my helmet, whatever you want.
Yeah. But I mean, overall, he's he's been great for us. I know in the only thing like that comes to my mind is in the Rams game, again in the playoffs. He did let like Jordan Verse did beat him on a couple plays, but I mean, Jordan Verse is one of the rising edge rushers in the league, so I was, I'm not like too upset about that, but um, only allowed one sack, and he, over 800 snaps, five penalties. Again, that's a good range. But yeah, he's a beast. We could, you know, gloat about him forever. But
Yeah.
really, again, I think as Eagles fans, we've definitely been as old as the team is. They were established in 1933. The, the last 25 years have been the best Eagles football in their history. So we've been very lucky to have always had really good tackles. I mean, we had John Runyon and Trey Thomas, then to Jason Peters, Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata. So, um, good stuff. Good stuff for sure. But all right, so that was our number four, Super Bowl champ Jordan Mailata. Who is your number three? I think we're going to be lining up now because there's three players
Gotta have
left.
the same top three. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll
I
see
mean,
the
the
order.
top three, Jordan, you have with Mailata and Williams, like if Williams comes back and he's healthy, then he'll pop back into three. If
Yeah,
Mailata keeps getting better and gets technically sound, he'll be top three. Right now, these three have a stranglehold. Like they're the tier
I,
above.
I agree. I think
You could
they're
coin flip in whatever way
they're
you
like
wanted to go here.
the Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson of our wide receiver rankings. Like they're
Yeah.
the top, the cream of the crop, and then everyone else is still very, very good, but they're not, that level quite yet. But
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Detroit Lions offensive
okay.
lineman here.
Well, so far we're on the same page again. I also had Penny Sewell at number three here.
Youngest one on my list, 24 years old.
Hmm,
Not counting Joe Alt in the minor mentions.
sure.
Guy's a beast of a run blocker. I think PFF has him down as the best run blocker last year's. You were saying 94 is the best you ever seen. He went ahead at 95.7.
Well, now 95.7 is the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, his best blocking can be improved on, which I was surprised to see. He's like
It's
75 on pass
it's
blocking.
which is like yeah, I think that's pretty generous because I've don't think he's the best pass blocker, but
I mean,
um
credit to him though. He is a beast. Just in general. I mean,
it
he's a
is
guy that he hasn't moved easily.
no, I think I do think he's like I said, he's in my number three, so he's definitely elite. The pass blocking is a little concerning at times though, I think. But they have some decent linemen around him, but like he only gave up according to this one sack and only allowed five hits, but he did allow 28 pressures, which
Yeah.
is like I think that's by far the highest. Maybe might be double the amount that any of my other players on this list have.
I mean, with part of that, I mean, with the pressure, part of that is golf doesn't move. He's a statue.
He is a statue, that's fair.
Like
Yeah.
he can't feel the pocket and move. Like there's, it's like sometimes you have a mobile quarterback that can do something before the pressure gets there.
Hmm.
Golf is not that guy.
I
But
agree.
he dropped his holding penalties. I think he had four the year before. Now he went down to two, but back to back All
Progress.
Pro. Guy's a stud on the right side.
Oh yeah.
Um, I can honestly not think of an offensive lineman that had more pre-draft hype than Penei Sewell
And his
had
rookie year
going in
wasn't
the league.
good, if I remember correctly. It was up and it was up and
relative
down.
terms, I don't think it was
Yeah.
bad. The guy also plays every single game, which helps. But yeah, I made this argument with the Chiefs. The dynasty really started when they had that 2021 offseason where they drafted Trey Smith, Creed Humphrey, and signed and traded for Joe Tooney.
Hmm.
The Lions, granted there were some other things that happened, but the Lions' identity was forged with Dan Campbell and guys like Penei Sewell showing up.
Yeah.
Like, that he's one of those like franchise altering players in a way.
Hmm.
Nasty dude. He fucking violent big
He,
motherfucker.
yeah, I mean, he fits that. I mean, we've had a lot of Samoan linemen in the NFL, and they're all that like very very strong, very aggressive, great great blocking linemen. But he entering his fifth year this year, so he's played 4 seasons previously. Three-time Pro Bowler and back-to-back first team All Pros. So it's it goes to show, great player. I mean, he was great in Oregon. Like you said, I mean, he was probably the most hyped offensive lineman I've seen in a while. And I mean,
Yeah.
linemen always get taken pretty early in the draft, but he had like actual hype about being like the next, the next Michael Jordan of offensive tackles.
Hmm.
Um, and he's definitely like, top three, like we said, cream of the crop. But um, yeah, if he could work on the pass blocking just a little bit, but I mean, he's helped build. I I would probably say the best duo of running backs in the league in Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Um, I would argue the Eagles have the best running offense, but because we have the best line and probably the best running back, but they're very very close to them. So, and he's obviously a very key part of that. But
Yeah,
phenomenal
I
player for sure.
I agree. Um, again, it's just kind of cleaning up the pass blocking because my next two guys, their pass blocking wise, are just incredible.
Well,
Neither of
before
them
you
gave
go,
up. Oh, Jesus, here
guess
we
guess
go.
his is he was he in the fours or in the fives in his 40-yard time?
Penei Sewell, definitely force.
5.09. Just
Really?
missed it. Just missed it. Mind you, he's 6'5", 335 pounds.
Yeah,
But
but he had the most pre-draft hype I'd ever seen from an offensive lineman that I can
yeah,
remember.
well, he's more, I think he's more like horizontally fast. He's more agile. He's very, very quick. Maybe not fast in a straight line, but quick and violent and very smart. Um, very smart lineman. So, but all right, crack it open with this. I'm gonna predict we have the same one and two at this point, like in the
So
same
you
order. But
Yeah, so we got the same two, obviously. We're down to, pretty much the two best pass blocking offensive linemen. This is what separated them from Sewell. Neither of them gave up a sack last year. Um, Most of their career predominantly right tackles as well. They
yeah.
both have abilities on in the rushing game. Um, but Tristan Wirfs, he showed it on the left side of the field. He moved over to the more valuable position. He
Mhm.
did it in 1 year and was first team all pro at it. Like that's pretty impressive. All the credit goes to the left tackles, all the accolades. His pressure rate was from something, what was it? One of these made up stats, the 1.9% pass plays from PFF, which was by far the best.
Uh-huh.
And he's just really stud guy, done it for both sides, which is great, which is also why he is rated so high as number two on my list and
Hmm.
why I got back-to-back champion Lane Johnson at number
Okay.
one.
All right.
Because you could tell me whatever you want. You could say, oh, he plays left side, he plays right side. I don't care. I don't think Lane Johnson's given up a sack since I was out of diapers.
Diapers.
And the guy just went and blocked for a running back that nearly broke the rushing record.
Yeah.
Lane Johnson, he's getting overlooked by all these like fun young guys, the Sewells, the Wharfs, the Slaters, the Malatas, but he's so good and just no one cares anymore. It's like he's like gotten forgotten. Somehow Trent Williams' resurgence has made him more excited, has made Williams more excited and Lane Johnson forgotten. And then all these young guys came up, and then it's like, oh, they're all cool. Wirfs can play right tackle. Penei Sewell play right tackle.
Hmm.
It's like, dude, it doesn't matter. Lane Johnson is the best offensive left tackle. He could do whatever he wants. He doesn't give up sacks. Most of the time, you don't even know he's on the field because the guy he's blocking never even sees the light of day. And I don't know. He's so good. He's just incredible. You see him like he's so calm. He's got such poise. Like no one gets around him. It doesn't matter what you do. Blitzes don't work on his side. He's the best player on the best offensive lineman in football, and it's until the Young Bucks. I don't know. It's not even anything against the Young Bucks. Until Lane Johnson says I don't want to play football anymore. I don't see him getting off the top spot.
Fair enough. I'll start with Tristan Wirfs. I know he's definitely been in our list for many years now. Another 26-year-old, like you said earlier, we have a lot of
I
this
do my
youth,
research.
yeah, this movement right now. But 6'5", 320 pounds. Um, can you guess his 40 time above or under?
He's definitely below 5 because he was doing backflips at the combine. Like the
Yeah.
dude is very athletic.
He hold on, let me confirm real
I want
quick.
to say he's 4'8", like 8 and change.
Of recorded times, he's the second fastest on my list. 4.85.
Yeah, he's so athletic. Like I remember seeing him doing backflips, and I was like, damn man,
Yeah,
that's I could
super.
never even attempt a backflip.
Yeah, like imagine a tackle like fast, strong, flexible, like super. Again, I've said smooth a couple times, but he's another player that's like really smooth with his technique. Um, and like you said, the ability to, because I don't think people realize like it's not as like a simple left tackle, right tackle. Like that's a whole different position. Like, um, so for him to be, like you said, elite at that side as well, definitely impressive. And the way you were saying it made me think you were going to put him at one. So I was not going to argue with it.
That's why I
Um,
do these things. So
yeah,
you have Worf at number one.
number two.
Oh, okay, all right.
And I have two-time Super Bowl champion Lane Johnson at number one. He is my fastest 40-yard time runner,
Hmm.
4.72. 40-yard. That's
He
faster
is.
than some wide receivers.
You look at that draft class, and I think it was Chip that we had. I think it was Chip's first year.
hmm
And who likes Chip Kelly? No one. But give credit to Chip Kelly because that draft was brutal, and they managed to find the best player in it in the first, and they drafted 4 overall. Like there
Yeah.
was a lot of landmines lying
Oklahoma,
around in
was
that
that where he
draft.
was he Oklahoma?
Oklahoma, yeah. I
Yeah.
remember he was like a quarterback turned tackle, but he was just a
Yep.
freak, like
Yep.
running really fast and this and that. Yeah, there was so credit to him. That was 3 offensive tackles in the top 4 picks.
Yeah. I think one reason I did point out all the 40 times of all these linemen is because of how important it is for them to be athletic at their size. I think it separates them from the Stonewall linemen that are kind of they'll get back in their spot, when they're kickbacks, when they're, the ball snap, but they're not able to adjust as well, move as quickly and react. But all of the linemen in our top 10, I think, are super athletic freaks.
Hmm.
I remember previous years when we talked about Lane Johnson, I point out that this man had at points in his life in the NFL has had a six pack as an
It's
offensive
true.
tackle. It's
Yeah.
pretty mind blowing. But yeah, 6'6", 325. I don't think he's allowed a sack since 2021, if my math is mathing correctly. So that's a couple years. Um, but to kind of pivot to where you were talking about Laramie Tunsil and his false start penalties, is there ever been a better um, like footwork as far as getting off the snap lineman in the league than Lane Johnson? Because
No.
everyone always thinks he jumps offside, but he times the snap so perfectly that you can't even tell.
Yeah. Listen, if you played D line, they would be applauding that. That would be part of his profile.
Oh yeah.
Hey, listen, it's a skill. Laremy Tunsil hasn't been able to do it. He's 12 false starts himself. So going
Uh
back to touching on that draft class, I will give you one mulligan on your next horrible take where I won't be mean and verbally assault you. If you can name the 5 offensive linemen drafted in the top 10 of the 2013 draft. So Lane Johnson's obviously one of your 5.
oh God.
2 interior, 2 tackles. And this list is rough.
It's all, yeah, they all like suck now, right?
None of them are in the league anymore.
Oh boy. Uh, hmm.
One of
I
them was the
think
first
was
overall
was
pick.
one of them taken by the Jaguars?
That would be correct, yes.
What was his name? I know he was white.
That's a stretch for an offensive lineman.
Um,
So there was the first overall pick in the whole draft was an offensive
oh,
tackle.
fuck. I can't remember his name. Give me a hint.
I mean, I think he was there and then left. He really did not do. He played in Texas A&M was the college he was at. I don't know if that helps you at all.
No, I need like a hint on his name.
I don't know, generic white dude name.
That doesn't help. Um, oh wait, was one of them a Falcon?
No. So we'll move past the Jaguars
Was
guy
there a
that
Matthews?
there was not. No, you're thinking of the wrong draft class.
Hmm.
So going on to get the first overall pick first. The Chiefs took him number one overall, offensive tackle, Central
Chiefs.
Michigan. He was okay. I think he went to two Pro Bowls. Pretty sure he
Oh,
won a Super
oh,
Bowl.
oh. Fuck. I can see their faces, but I can't think of their name.
How about you know what? Here's another one. Oddly enough, Penei Sewell got a lot of love. I specifically remember there was two guards drafted in the top 10. One of
Hmm.
them from Alabama, the Titans drafted at 10. I remember him giving a lot of like, this is the greatest offensive lineman we've ever seen pre-hype. Granted, looking at this draft and realizing it was terrible it was, I can understand why maybe he was so inflated because he also stunk. Although he did have a cup of coffee with the Eagles.
He played with the Eagles.
I'd say have a cup of coffee. I don't know if I'd really say play.
I feel like the Jaguars guy had
Actually, to
a
be fair, I forgot he did win the Super Bowl with the Eagles.
oh wait. Uh yeah, I'm blanking. I'm blanking on these. Wait, Chiefs player number one overall. Where did he go to college?
Central Michigan.
What was it? Was it Joker or Jocker? Jock
Jokel?
Jokel?
Yeah, Luke Jokel.
Luke Jokel.
That was the
That
tackle the
was
Jaguars took.
okay, yeah, he faded out quickly if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he wasn't very
I
good.
know, tell me the Chiefs guy. I'm gonna be pissed. I know it.
Eric Fisher.
Yep. Yep.
So you're stuck with two interior linemen, two guards. One drafted by the Titans who played for the Eagles, won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. The other was drafted by the Cardinals.
Was it the guy we just lost? No, he was with the Jets.
Oh, back then.
Um,
No,
nah,
this was 2013.
2013. Played
We
for
had
the
just
Eagles.
graduated high school.
So he probably won a Super Bowl in 2017 then.
Correct. No,
Uh,
this is rough. Not going to do it for you. Alabama, nothing.
Alabama.
No. Played 2 years for the Eagles.
Nope.
Chance
Oh,
Warmack.
yeah, yep.
Don't
Chance
give me that.
Warmack.
You aren't getting that.
Chance Warmack.
All right, higher or lower? Who played more snaps in the Super Bowl? Chance Warmack or Bryce Huff?
Chance Warmack.
That's correct. He played 4 snaps.
Bryce Huff doesn't need to be spoken about anymore because he's on the 49ers.
I
So
know, but it's still fun. The next one you're definitely not getting, and I'm not gonna torture you. It's Jonathan Cooper.
Jonathan Cooper.
Yeah, pretty rough draft.
Jonathan Cooper. Who did he? That sounds like a Falcons player. Did he wear red?
Cardinals. Close.
Okay, different red. Yeah. Jonathan Cooper. How
Lane,
long did he last?
I don't think any of them lasted very long. The fact that Lane Johnson's still in the league is pretty impressive when you look at that draft class.
If I remember, Luke Jockle was like the not Penny Sewell type, but he was talked about a lot too. Him and Fisher.
I
Who else
mean,
was in that? It was like five linemen, and then there was a guy. Was that Deion Jordan's draft?
correct. It was Deion Jordan's old draft.
Okay. That's ages ago. Holy shit,
Thank
that's how old
God.
Lane is.
Thank God for the Dolphins trading up because you know Chip Kelly would
Oh,
have
you
drafted
Chip.
Deion Jordan.
Yep. The only Chip Kelly's best pick was Lane Johnson, and then
And
his
that's, you know what? That's a hell of a pick. we had to suffer through Chip Kelly and him destroying an entire Eagles, like, wouldn't say dynasty, but moment with McCoy and Shade and Deshaun. But he gave us Lane Johnson, so I'll let him pass. The
We had
sins have been
the
forgiven.
we had the fastest Eagles team ever, and Vic, Macklin, Jackson, McCoy. But yeah, I don't listen. I, I I'm with all the Eagles fans. I hate Chip Kelly, but we cannot deny that if he didn't destroy the team, we wouldn't have ended up with Carson Wentz, and then we wouldn't have had the whole Nick Foles thing and won the Super Bowl, and then we wouldn't have gotten rid of Wentz and gotten all those picks, and then had Jalen Hurts take over. So it all
Listen,
the cookie fell as the cookie should fall.
he drafted Lane Johnson. That was like I think one of the only picks he made, but
Yeah.
he did it. Alrighty. Well, I think that was a good list. A good list that always ends with the an eagle on top.
Oh, well, breaking news, the Raiders just cut Christian Wilkins.
Wow.
That's weird.
It's a lot of money just to
That
throw down the
is
drain.
interesting. I don't know mind the Eagles picking him up.
Wouldn't hate it. Backup.
All right. So good list. I think mostly the same players we had, and then obviously our top five was fairly similar. So yeah.
Until next time.
Till next time. Peace. Go Birds.